Hello Hoopers, Roro here from Project Hoop, and I'm uploading these videos that I originally taught as online classes during COVID-19. I'm sure you can appreciate that the quality of them is not amazing, but it's not about that. It's about making hula hoop accessible to anybody and everybody who would like to learn. So I hope you enjoy these videos and happy hooping. Bye-bye. The first place we're going to go with this is we're going to have a look at vertical, okay? So where I'm going to go is I'm going to just start here, all right? There are loads of ways you can get to this point. So I'm going to start down here. And if you're thinking like, well, how can I get to that point? There are different ways. So you can go for a throw, yeah, under your leg, okay? So all I've done there is thumb comes down towards me, it comes underneath my leg, and I release right here really close to my leg. So I don't release down here. If I do, it's going to smack in. So I'm doing a nice clean throw underneath, up and onto my neck. Okay, so let's just see you have a little there. Oh dear. And yeah, you want to just do a little, when you release it, just a little, just like that, just up, right next to your leg, and it should go straight up. And your leg your head goes in. That's it. So that's one way you can get into that. So just let you play with that. Okay. Another way you can get into that. I'm just giving this for people who are getting the recording as well. So what we can do is we can go in through a break from our roll. So I can roll up. I can stop my hoop with my head, so I'm catching it between my chin and my shoulder, which allows me to push it down. And if I push it down, it's then going around my neck. Okay, so I roll, I stop the hoop here, so I catch it in this. This is the exact same way that you go into a jaw breaker or a break or anything like that. It is a break essentially because you're breaking the direction, and then I'm going to break my head down and it will go around my neck. Yeah, so I roll up, down, and I'm here. Ta-da! Yeah, so there are lots of ways you can get into it. Okay, you go for a simple little toss, or you can just start down here. You might just be like, okay, and just start down here. But I'm just giving you food for thought because that's what I like to do. Okay. So I'm going to roll up. It's on my neck. Yep. So we're going to go from this point. Now what we're going to be doing is I swing to the left. I'm just going to let someone in who is late and naughty. Okay. So, as I said, we're getting to this point where it's on my neck. Yeah? And it is swinging around. And because I go to the left, I'm going to start with my left shoulder. Okay, and we're just going to have a go at doing both of these, and then I'm going to explain why I start with the left for this particular move, okay? So I'm going to poke my left shoulder into this gap. So when the gap, 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 that is when I am popping this shoulder in, okay? So it's on my neck, it's swinging round, and I'm looking for the gap here. And the shoulder goes in and out, okay? So it's here. So again, I'll just demo those different ways I got in. So I can get in from this point. So I do a break on my neck where I catch it here, and then I push down. So up, break, down. Okay, one way. And then we had the way of going in from throwing underneath our leg with our hand like this, doing that quick release. Okay. All right, questions? You look like you have some questions? No? Okie dokie. Very good. Right, so we're going round and gap. And I'm going to put in this shoulder and then the shoulder in the other gap. Okay, we're just going to drill that. So shoulder, and I'm pushing into it with my shoulder. I'm not just putting my shoulder in and allowing it to just buckle down. Okay, so I'm actively pushing in. Yeah? Same here. Push, 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 out. Push, push. Okay, so just give a little look. That's it. And make sure you're like this, yeah? If you are like this, and what's going to happen is it's slowly going to buckle. Okay, so we're starting down here. We'll move up to the here later on, yeah? So here, gap, push, 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 push. Okay, we all got that? That's it, good. No, nearly, Karen. That's it. Nearly. So wait till the gap is on your side and then put the shoulder in. Yeah, don't try and... That's nice, that's good. Nice, and remember you want to be really pushing into it. Chloe, that's good. Your hair might get in the way, so just be careful of that. That's why I have mine on top of my head whenever I do shoulder stuff. It doesn't look the greatest, but it pulls off the tricks. There we go, nice. Nearly. So remember, allow the gap and then just get that shoulder in and just engage with the hoop. So make sure you're pushing into it. You really have to actively push, especially on this plane. Yeah, and try and be bent over. Yeah, the hair thing, honestly, girl, like, you get it out of the way. I've been there. There's no way to have good hair when you do this stuff. It's tragic, but it's just how it is. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about the next bit. So we're bent over. Remember, if you're like this, you're making it hard, okay? So make sure you're bent over. Not like this, okay? So what I'm going to do is, as I put my shoulder blade into that gap, yeah? So my left is going to go in. I'm going to look for the gap on this opposite side. So from left, one goes in. I'm looking for the gap on the right side. And then I'm going to take my head out when that gap comes around. And I'm going to allow it to do a rotation around my shoulder blade, okay? And the rotation is, it will basically go around once, and you'll just say, so just, here we go. So it's going to go along the back, 1, 2, hello. So back to here. Because I just want to go straight into this, because we're going to send it behind our neck, okay? So push, push, okay? So you really need to be pushing. So shoulder blade in, gap, 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 yeah. And I'm out and I'm pushing with my shoulder blade into the hoop. Okay? But I'm working into it, yeah? There's a better way to, you're working with it, so you're working into the hoop. You're not pushing, yeah, you're working. Okay, let's change that word. The verb is to work. Work it. Nice, that's it. So make sure you push into it, Chloe. So if you work, we're changing the word. So if we do that into it, it won't fly off. And when we pull our head out, we don't want to pull away from it. We want to pull into it. So we're here, I'm looking for the gap on the left side. I'm going to put my shoulder blade in. I'm then looking for the gap on my right side, and I take my head out, and then I'm pushing around the hoop. Okay, so from here, it's in, around, around, around. Yeah? Nice, nearly. Just gonna have a little look at you guys. I thought I'd start with vertical, just get it out of the way, because it's the one that hurts people's heads the most. Nice, nearly. So Chloe, you're pulling, when you come out, you're doing this. You're pulling your shoulder away, and that's why it's flying up, okay? So I know it all sounds very contradictory. It's pull into it. Yeah, nice. Karen, let's have a look. Nearly, you just need to get it on that gap. Karen, you're missing the gap. I'll have a look for you. Now. Now. Yeah, nearly. Yeah, better. Let's go again. So, now. Ah, yeah, okay, you get it. Trish, you need to bend over a bit more, sweetheart. You're trying to do something a little bit fucking impossible there. There we go, much better. That's it. Now. Yes. And you just got to think, as soon as you get that shoulder in, either just get a feel for it and push it in and then come out, push it in and come out. And then when you've got that movement down, then you're going to go, right, I can get my head out now, that's fine. And then get your head out. So let's have a look, Emily. In her wonderful space. That looks like a weighted hula hoop. Is that a weighted hula hoop? Is that a beginner's hoop? If it is, then cease immediately and grab your Poly Pro. There we go, much better. That's it. Oh, we're going LED. Beautiful. Okay, so we're looking for that gap, so you need to bend over more, so you need to be bent over. Now. Whoop. Okay, let's have another little go. Come on, we got this. And remember, it's like I always said, like, these aren't things that are mastered in one lesson. If they are, then like you need to go and start your own circus because you are amazing. They take a bit of time, okay? So just keep on practicing.
How do
Yeah.
I to use my right shoulder instead of my left?
You can use your right shoulder, so we'll come to the right shoulder in a minute. So the right shoulder is the same thing. Yeah, same thing. But we're going to do this where we're going to send it over the back of our neck in a moment. Yeah, so we need to be sending from the left to the right because we're swinging towards the left. If you're going the other way, you're going to go right to left. Yeah? Okay, so first bit that we're doing is the left in, head out, push. Yeah, next bit is the right in, head out on the gap, push. Okay. And it is tricky. Cool. Nice. Nice throw on there, Trish. So come on, Emily, that's it. Now, whoop, let it go around the, and then get in that gap. That's it, nice. And you want to be practicing both. Okay, so what are you finding is happening, Emily?
I can't feel my left side.
Okay.
So I won't know if it's there.
Gotcha. I remember now. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so like you do it on whichever side you can work with. You work with that, yeah?
Everything's usually right sided. Do I throw it in a different direction to use the right instead of the left?
Yeah, when we come to do the pass, definitely. Yeah, so for the first bit, you're okay. So what you can do is you can go in with your right, and go around, and you can pass that way, okay? So we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about the other one, yeah? Okay, cool. So, I'll go from there. So I'm going to start with the right. So Emily is cool. I'm working on that, and then we can talk about going the other way. Cool. So I've got it it's going to the left, and I'm going to put my right shoulder in. I'm going to duck out. It's going to spin around, and then as it comes back up, I'm going to put my head in. So in, head, and then I'm going to let it go onto the other shoulder. So comes around, head. So I push my head into it. So up. Okay, and I hadn't intended teaching that one, so I was a little bit cobbly. Yeah? So it's here. You're going to push into it, it's going to swing up, and when it does, I bring my neck up and into the hoop, and as it comes around, I then take my head out and allow it to go onto the other shoulder. Okay? That's it, Chloe. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, so we're pushing in. So the right is in and I'm pushing up to the left. And then as it comes around, I allow my head to get involved because I need to put my neck in to transfer it to the other shoulder, right? So it goes around, comes around the back, and I make sure my head is out of the way so that it transfers onto that shoulder. Yeah? So we're here, around, around. And sometimes that happens and it's fine. Okay. So, Alright. So that's one way. Nice, nice. And I really push into it. So I really push. Yeah, so really push into it on that one. That's it, not nearly. And you really want to, like, imagine, with my shoulders, I imagine that I'm pushing through the tops of them. So I try and, like, make them as pointy as possible. Okay, which helps. So I really push in. I don't know who ever I'd say. It's woman's week. There we go, nice, nearly. Yes! That's it. Cool. Okay, so I'll let you play with that one and then I'm going to explain the one that I kind of intended. Yay. Okay, so that's from a right, and now I'm going to talk about this left one. Okay, so we're going to go back to this position, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in, yeah, sticking with the left, and then as it goes around, yeah, it does that one rotation, I'm going to allow it to travel, so I'm going to pull back and allow it to travel behind my neck, yeah, and then it's going to drop on to this shoulder. Now it's really hard to like slow this down. I can't slow it down, yeah, it's impossible to slow down. I can just break it down with my hands and stuff, okay? So I'm here, I'm going to do my one rotation, so when it comes up here, that's its one rotation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it go behind my neck, so it's going to travel along this neck, the back of here, and drop onto this shoulder blade, yeah? So it's here, I'm going to go one, and then over, yeah? Back, let's get this perfect, she says. So 1, 2, 3, round, 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 yeah? So I always find if you do more than one rotation, it kind of slackens off. So you want to just take it on the one rote. Yeah. And don't pull away like I just did. I'm doing that thing where I'm like, I don't know how to do it, and I don't. Nearly. So again, we're just looking for that gap, exactly the same as we did before. And then we're out. It's going to rotate around. And then as it comes to this point, so as the bulk of the hoop is out to the left, yeah, I'm going to put my head down and it's going to come around the back of my neck and it's going to drop onto this shoulder blade. Now getting it to drop onto that shoulder blade does take a bit of practice. Yeah? Good, nice pushes. Keep on messing up. You'll get it. So we're in. Yeah, the hair thing's annoying, trust me. It has, ooh. Yeah, and don't pull your shoulder out as you do it. Just allow it to go over the back. That's it, it's okay. So just practice to start with, just letting it go round. When the bulk of it's at the left, just pulling out and allowing it to go around the back of your neck. Just practice that bit, because that's your first step. So around, neck, yeah? You right? Yeah. It is difficult. These are difficult things. Don't worry, we're going to take it up to the other level in a moment, so you get to stand up. That's it, nice. So you're just letting it come out. And pulled away. Keep on pulling away. Cool. Okay, and that's basically that's this one, yeah? So we're here, it goes around, and then we catch, and we're over here, and we're pushing into this, yeah? Okay, I'm gonna let you stand up now. Yay! Okay, swig of water for me. Okay. So we're going to go up here, relax yourselves, I bet your back's hurting a little bit. So, you're going to look at shoulder spin, shoulder passes, and then this like 360 thing, and then how we can kind of get out of that if we fuck it up as well, okay? So, we're going to start with a hoop swinging around our necks, and again, we're looking for that gap. Yeah? So, I'm going to start with a gap that is on my left side. And I'm going to push my shoulder blade up into the gap. I'm going to push the hoop, push, 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 and then out. And I'm going to do the same on the right side. Push, 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 and out. Yeah, I'm just practicing. Just pass, 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 pass. That's it. Okay, you've got to make sure that you're just isolating it up to this area. If you start to get your back involved and stuff, it's going to come downwards and it's going to turn into something on body, which you don't want. You just want it to go onto that bit. Very good. So push, 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 push. Push, push, push. So just change my angles. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's it, that's it. That's it. You want to make sure, whoop. So when you do it, you want to make sure that you push. So I'm actively pushing into the hoop. If I start to move this side, this groovy little dance, then slowly it's going to go, yep, and you don't want it to. So you're just going to really push. That's your point of pressure, yeah? Let's have a look. Nice, nearly. Keep yourself nice and straight as well. Don't let the other part of your body get involved. Nice, Emily. You've got this. You're good. Just do it on that one side, girl. That's it. Nice. You got it. You got it. You got it. That's it. Keep that back nice and straight as much as you can. Yeah, so if you clench your bum, and kind of imagine there's something going down your back, a nice rod, and just try and push in that one area, hen. Well done. Karen has turned invisible. Trish, that's good. Yep. So up, push, push, down, push, push. Nice. Chloe, that's it. That's it. So make sure you really push with this. Push, 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 push. You really, like I said, you're pointing into it. If you start to have your back kind of doing this, it's going to come down. So any kind of wiggle movement is going to bring it downwards. So just be conscious of that. So you've got that going on, Trish. That's it. That's good. It's on the other side. You have a bit of a, you start to move. Good, better, better. Yeah, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. That's it. And you're just practicing push, 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 push. Just like a da 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 da. And it's all coming from the top. Yeah? Okay. So once you've got one push in there, what you're going to do is you're going to look for the gap. So it's all about gaps, it's all about timing, yeah? So you're going to be looking. So I'm going to start by demonstrating from the left. So remember, my tattooed hand is my right side, okay? So if at any point you're like, what side is she on? You use my tattoo, yeah? So here we go. I'm going to go up into here, push, 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 push. And as I am, I'm looking for the gap, hello, on this side. So we've gone from gap on this side, hello, in, and then gap on this side. And then what we're going to do with this gap is we're going to poke our head out. Yeah, so we're going to go gap, shoulder, gap, head. And then we're going to push, actively pushing and really pushing up out of the top of your shoulder blade into the hoop, allowing it to spin, keeping your head out of the way, okay? So nice and strong on the bottom. If you find it helps, tuck your tailbone in. You're looking for the gap. You're going to put your shoulder blade into the gap, you're going to look for the gap on the opposite side, and you're going to get your head out of the way, and then you're going to actively push in and up into the hoop, not that way, yeah, and you're going to keep the hoop spinning, okay? So here I go. And then I'm just pushing into it, yeah? If I pull my head back when I take it out, the hoop is going to fly off that way. So I'm pushing, 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 and then I'm looking for the gap again, now, 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 and what I do, I stand back up into it. Okay? Now, what? Good. You're doing really well. It's super solid stuff. And that's it, looking for that gap. Make sure that your arms don't get involved at the bottom, Trish, because what's happening is because you're going in and then it's coming down, yeah? So make sure you just, as soon as you get that bit in, you just push with that point of contact, yeah? So gap, in, gap, out, push, 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 push. And I'm pushing in, gap now, stand back up. That's it, that's it. Nice, nice, nice. So common things that are happening are, when it comes down, people start to make themselves small. I don't know what they try and do. It's like they try and disappear. Yeah, don't, because when you do that, the hoop's just going to come down with you, yeah? You want it to stay up here. And it's really hard. You're trying to spin it on your flipping shoulder, okay, which is hard. So if you start to move yourself, like, it's going to move the hoop. It's kind of spinning on this little axis, yeah? So if you start to move that down and away from it, the hoop's going to come down, okay? So just keep pushing into it. Push in. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Let's have a look. Nearly. So really get into it and then out and push. Nice. It's all about push, 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 push. That's it. Let's have a look, Trish. Nice, nice. That's it, that's it. You've got the right movement. What you're doing is you're bringing your arm up. So because you're doing that, it's going to come down. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. So if I get my shoulder in and then I bring my arm up, yeah, it's going to come down. So don't do that. Yeah, keep your arms really close to your body. Push up and in. That's it. Nice, nice. Good. Yeah. That's it, that's it, that's it. Get yourself in there. Nice. You're doing well. It's some hard shizzles. That's good. Well done, Chloe. Come on, Karen. You got it, girl. Come on. Nearly. So, Trish. That's it. So I'm just going to talk about the next side, okay? So again, it's always a moving feast with me. It doesn't mean that you have to be at that point, that, you know, just take it. Yeah? So that was my left, and then this is my right. Okay, so same thing, just a different side, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up with my right, and then I'm going to look for the gap on my left, and I'm going to dash my head out of that gap and keep on pushing with my shoulder blade. Yeah? Keeping my bottom half strong. I'm not coming down as I do it. I'm not doing anything like that. No. I'm keeping myself compact. Yeah, I'm not opening my arms out. If I open my arms out, the hoop's gonna stop. Yeah, so I'm here. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Yeah. So same thing. I'm in. That's it. Nice. So don't bring yourself down as you do it. Just bring your head out. Just duck your head out. Don't duck your body down. That's why it's coming down. That's it, that's it. Emily, so when you're coming out, what's happening is you're taking it with your head. So when your head comes down, you're bringing the hoop down, okay? So when you bring your head out, be really strong and push up that shoulder. So just whoosh, yeah? That's it. You're doing fantastic. So you've got it, yeah, the hair, I know, the hair. Let's all just shave our heads. Not. No, don't. We all have lovely hair. Don't do that. Nice. Oh, good. That's it. And like if it flies off, sometimes when I teach this, I just have lots of hoops going like, whoosh. That's okay. At least you're getting your head out. You just need to work about the point of contact. Okay, so common themes are that either you will go like that, okay, which means you're ducking out fantastically, okay, but what's happening when you duck out is you're going over, so it's coming off, yeah, when you want to be pushing up, yeah, or we've got the other, yeah, and then the other thing that can happen is we can knock it with our head, yeah, so just think about where your head is. I'm talking to everyone now, not just you, hun, yeah, and making sure that we don't come down with it, so we don't go like down because it will just come up. Cool, nice, like it, good, very good, cool, nice, good, love it. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna branch out from where I was. So I'm gonna look at passing it now, okay? So we're gonna do some shoulder passes. And I love me some shoulder passes, I do. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go in, and this is all gonna happen very quickly, obviously, it's me. It's gonna go in with my left shoulder, yeah, and it's gonna do the spinning thing, yeah, so it's spinny, obviously I can't slow this down. And I'm gonna go left to right, and when it goes around, so when I see it swing around the right, so as it comes around here, I'm gonna put my other shoulder in, So it's going to make contact with it, and then I'm going to pop my head out the other side. Okay, so as the hoop swings around, I'm going to tilt, I'm going to change. So here we go. So out, okay, then I'm looking for now, out. Yeah? In. So when it goes around the back of my body on this side, it makes contact with my right shoulder, and it's at that point I will switch. Yeah, so my head goes from being here to going whoosh to that. So you've got this shoulder head switch. That's it. So you've got to be really fast, and you've got to spot those gaps. This is going to be hard, I know. You've got this. Just do what you can. I'll give you a little variation in a minute, hun. Yeah, so we can be here. Out as it swings around now. I bring that shoulder up and I make contact with the back of it, and as I do, I get my head out the gap. Yeah, so it's here. Swing. It's coming around the back. Obviously my head's here. I make contact as it comes around with my right shoulder blade, and then I'm looking for the gap here, and then I'm out of that gap. Okay, so you do a switcheroo. In. Keep your arms really compact, and keep pushing into it. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys play with that, and I'm going to give a tiny little variation. That was good. Here's a tiny little variation. So one of the things, Emily, so are we on the right shoulder or the left there, hun?
The right shoulder.
The right one, fantastic. Okay, so what you're going to do is, as it's on your right shoulder and it swings around, so here we're going to take our left hand and we're going to grab it, and we're going to pass it around our body and do a fold. Okay, so we're going to go onto the right, it's going to go around, you're going to take it off and then take it into this fold. Okay, so what I'm doing is the left comes up, catches, so it's going over my body, across my body, and then I'm going to swing it round. You can turn that into a helicopter as well if you want, and then you're going to bring it behind your body. You're not going to be able to do that, are you? No. So we can do it with the same hand. There we go. So you can take it off like that with the same hand, yeah? So if it's on the right, look for the gap, and then grab the hoop as it swings past you on the outside. Yeah? So right, up, as it now, I'm going to grab it on the outside. It's really hard to slow it down. Yeah? That's it. Yeah. So as it goes around there, you bring your hand up, you grab it on the outside, and you push it out. Like a bowls. Nearly. Yeah, nice, Chloe, nice. That's just like a little variation. And you can do that little variation of taking it off with the opposite hand after you've done the passes. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. And then you can be like, fold. Yeah? Nearly. So try not to open your back up when you do it. Just be really pointy, switchy. Yeah? Let's have a look, Trish. Nearly. Don't open yourself up. Be pointy. Think of a pointy animal. Be like the, I don't know, that was pointy. Nearly. Come on, we've got this. Karen's back. Come on, Karen. Always imagine, like, when someone disappears on Zoom, if I saw, like, a ghost in their room or something, I'd just be like, oh, shit. She's back! I'd scare you. Just be like, there's a bloke in your house, Karen. That would be horrible, would it not? Yeah, sorry. There isn't. Right, let's have a look and stop scaring people. That was good. Emily, you nearly turned that into, like, a foldy thing, which is where we're going in a minute. That's good. That's it.
There's nowhere I can put my hair that's not in the wet.
I know, it's awful. That's why I go for this little Mai. I call it the little Mai look. You ever watch the Moomins? Yeah, she's a little
That's
shouty.
what I do when I do contact staff. You do the top one.
Yeah, you've got it. It's the only way. Like, you just elongate your head. You can elongate your head, that's fine. If your head goes out, it's not good. It's just going to knock it. And I've made myself look a tit before, yeah, doing like, not pulling shit off because my hair's in the way, just like, let's take practical over style, shall we? Just look a bit weird with the top thing, but it's fine. There we go. Nice, gotta be quick, and you gotta make sure that you pass, so you're actively pushing your shoulder into it. So as it comes around, and it swings onto this side, you are actively pushing your shoulder and then getting your head out. Yeah, so you've got this whoosh, 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 whoosh. And keep your arms like at the side of you. Don't open them up and don't bend yourself down too much. That's nice, that's nice. Yeah, and if it's on your shoulder and it kind of comes off, just like try and catch it on your foot or something. I like to go for stuff like that. And if you're there, just be like, yeah, whatever, it's on my foot. Yeah, just style it out. I'm a big fan of styling it out. That's it. So you could try that one if you wanted, Emily. Yeah! So if it's on your right and it swings, when it's swinging around, just like let it catch it on your left foot. Just be like, yeah, totally. It was all part of my plan. Oh, she says, and she kicks it that way. I'll just demo that. Yeah, take it round. Nice. Questions? Anyone got any questions at this point? If you have, ask them. No? Okay, we're all doing really well. And remember, we really need to make that, we need to isolate those points of contact. So we really need to push, push, push. Yeah, we can't have anything going on down here. If it is, it's going to distract the hoop from the intended area. Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, nice. And make sure that you're small. Make yourself small. This is like a 31. So it's not a lot of room. Yeah, or I use a 30. There's not a lot of room in them, so you've got to make sure that you compact yourself. Yeah? Otherwise you're not going to make it. Nice. Cool. So let's, in a minute, yeah, sod it, why not? Let's go. So we can, that's it, yeah. I'm going to let you play with that a little bit more, then we're going to talk about this 360 bit, yeah? And we're going to practice that from, you can practice it from a fold as well, really. Okay, nice. Move this one as well. I haven't got a good game on that today. Nice. Nice, that's good. So when it comes around, just keep on pushing into it. That's good. Don't get scared and let it fly off. Well done, well done. Nice. That's what I like to see. Nice. That's it, Chloe. You got it. You just need to transfer. So I'll walk you through. Let's go. Okay, so let's go. There we go. So we're going to go over the shoulder. Fab. Now, yeah. So when you do it, don't bring your whole body, so don't bring your back down. Just bring your head out. Yeah, so just your head. Don't bring your back all the way down. So it's going to bring the hoop. Yeah. So in, now. Yeah, like it. It was the hair. It's okay. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna get my 360 freezing day. All right, what is that? What is it? Why should keep on saying this word? What's it mean? What's gonna happen? All right. So when we've passed it, we're gonna do like as many shoulder passes as we want, yeah, and then we're gonna get out of it and make it look fucking cool, yeah. And how we're gonna do that, I'm just gonna teach it from this point first. I'm just gonna teach it from the right side first, okay, and then we'll talk about it in the extra bit. So I've done my passes, la-di-da, and what I'm gonna do, so as it's on my right shoulder, yeah, and the hoop is gonna swing, so it's swinging around, and it's gonna swing around here, and I'm gonna pull my neck back and open my chest up and allow it to fold around my front and then over to the other side, okay? So I'm here, and then I go like this. So you can practice this movement, yeah, by just kind of, if you want to take your hoop and fold it, yeah, so if you've got it here, you can fold around, yeah. So if I take my left hand and I bring it behind my right shoulder, and I'm going to fold, yeah, and it's going to go on my front, so I'm going to pull my head back and open my chest up onto this shoulder, and then around the back into the other shoulder. Okay, so you're like, it's like you're passing it from shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, so we can practice that. So it's on, so you can either go, if you can do it like this, so if you can kind of just do like a little bit of a break on the one shoulder, so I'm on the right, open my chest back, so I'm pulling back, creating this space, and I'm passing it to the other shoulder. Okay, so it's really hard to slow down again. Or we can go from this fold behind. Yeah, so if I'm folding behind, my left has come over to my right, I'm gonna fold onto the shoulder, and then I'm gonna pull back and allow it to go onto the other shoulder, and it's gonna go behind me. So it's like when we do a fold, yeah, so you've got this fold, this is like a front fold, and we do that when we move our head to allow it to move. We're gonna go from the back, we can get the same thing with a back fold. Yeah, so we're doing this movement, we're moving our head. So fold, move your head. Yeah, fold, ooh, move your head. And then we're just gonna take it from that shoulder spin. Okay? So it's gonna come around as it now I allow it to travel. So I pull back and allow it to travel from shoulder to shoulder, and then it's behind the back into a pass. Okay? So as it swings around, it's gonna go around my chest. I'm gonna pop my head back, allowing it to travel over, and then I'm gonna catch it on the other shoulder, and then it's gonna go behind my back. Yeah? So you've really got to get with that movement. Yeah, you can just practice it from there. Yeah, or you can just, if you can, just have it on the shoulder and just kind of rub it. Yeah. You can just do, ooh, hello, shoulder passes. Like that. So you can just practice shoulder, shoulder, So I'm just allowing it, using my shoulders, pushing into it, trapping it between my head where I need to, and just passing it. So you can practice that. Yeah, so I'm just kind of moving my shoulder, buckling it around. There we go, got that buckle motion. Yeah, and then I'm going to allow it to come around my chest. Oh, she says. To the other side, lie my back, send it back that way, and then it's again. And we can just play with that. Remember, you need to make your shoulder, you need to be really owning it on this shoulder. Yeah, I know it looks a bit like, and I like stuff like this. I mean, it doesn't look pretty, but when it comes to tech, it's freaking handy. Yeah, that's it. Just practice. That's it. And you're just practicing. Just keep moving it basically with your shoulder blades. Just passing. Yeah, and you're going to be using that motion when we use our head to the opposite side to what we're passing on. So just practicing with that. So again, yeah, okay, that's good, it's nice. So try not to be using too much of your arms. I do occasionally, it's fine. Just try and keep it here. So just try and get that like buckle on. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the whole freaking thing together. That's it. So you've got to really go like, show you from this angle. So as it swings out here, yeah, I open my chest up, my head's here out the way, and it comes around, and then when it's here, I move my head to the opposite side and allow that fold to happen behind me, and I just catch it nicely in front of me. Like I said, you can drop that into a wedgie, you can drop it into anything you goes with your flow basically. Go with your flow, yeah, whatever goes with your flow, goes with you, you do you. Sit, so we go, 1, 2, and then around, catch. Nearly. I'm going to demo as well the one that I've not had much luck with today, which is annoying. There we go. And the same with that one, you can take it off. Whoosh. Whee. There we go. Nice. Nah, nearly. Yeah, and you got to just be careful that you don't. Sometimes we get a bit whoosh, bumpy with it, and if we get bumpy with it, sometimes that can stall it. Yeah, so as soon as you've got it going around, just be like, oh my God, like do everything you can to encourage it around your body. Oh, nearly, Karen. So yeah, make sure when you come out, you don't come all the way out because you want to catch it. You're all doing amazing. I am like so proud. Well done. That's it, nearly. Ah, nearly, that was good. Have you got any questions you'd like to ask me? Because we're about to finish. So I'm gonna unmute, well I can't unmute you, you have to unmute yourselves. There we go.
I see my neck is going to be red raw.
People are going to be asking you questions. I like that though, when people are like, well, I used to work in a secondary school and I used to get some really strange looks, like, and they're like, what is going on? And they're like, oh, it's just hula hooping. And they're like, you know, it's that classic, I walked into a door. It's like, what's going on at home? Nothing, I'm single. It's all me. Yeah, so, yeah, your neck will be a bit sore. You can even go into these, like, I'm just taking it up a level just because I can do that sometimes. You can even, like, your neck's sore, you can go into spins just straight from your chest as well if you wanted. And it's the same thing. You're looking for the gap, yeah, and then you're way, yeah? So again, looking for the gap, and I'm just gonna get myself all the way out of there and stick up my way. And you can go into it that way. So if you're finding in your neck's getting a cane, and just be like, I'll try it from my chest or not. It's totally up to you. But like I said, these are like super hard moves. It took me freaking ages. Okay, so the fact that you've all been able to do that in a little condensed, you know, whole 9 yards hour session is really good. So credit where it's due. You're not far off at all. Any questions before we end? No? Please ask if you do have any, because now is the time. All right, that's fine. I'll be putting up I sent a little email out to everybody. I will be putting up my next schedule very soon, and then adding more blocks up to Christmas, with a week off at Christmas. See what happens if we're out of lockdown or not. So yeah, and also I've got some really nice sweaters on my site that you might have seen. So I'm having to do a lot of practice outside. So if you like them, let me know, and I'll sort that out for you. And yeah, I will see you next week. Please stay safe, and I hope you don't all go too mad with everything that's going on. And just practice, and yeah, amazing, well done. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye, well done.